Hey y'all, what is up? As you can tell, I'm not Charleston, but if you've been keeping up with her channel, you know that I'm her twin sister, Annabeth. Sis had a working college life. Real stressful, but you gotta cut her some slack. She's working real hard for that degree. So today's video is more of a serious video. We're just gonna be going over a psychological aspect of how to do better in school, to keep better organized, and tips that I have found and know since I have a psych degree. So I'm going to go over 5 tips, yes, just 5, but 5 tips on how to better improve your grades, keep motivated during your courses when you hit a rough patch, keep organized and on top of all of your things, and to just enjoy and have fun while not overly stressing and exerting yourself. My first tip is organization. You want to know when your deadlines are, when your tests are, when assignments are due, and any other events if it's extracurricular through sorority, fraternity, etc. So first thing is I definitely recommend buying a planner. On each day I would go through the syllabus and write down, because they will give you obviously ahead of time when your tests and your quizzes are. So go through the entire semester and put on each date when that is, and always constantly look at it to make sure that you don't miss an upcoming test. They should remind you, but not all professors do that. Just writing down dates for anything is always helpful. Some people do it in their phone, but I find it better to actually write it down, because one tip for better memory is writing stuff down repeatedly. So just that writing motion is giving you a much higher chance of remembering it in the first place, but it's also just there for backup and there for future reference to look at. Another tip for better organization, I found that my planner would start to get a little filled with things that I had to do. So I got another notebook, and this is one I actually use. A bunch of pages are probably missing now, but when I actually use, and it's just a list of each week. I would put the date up at the top, and then the week that it was, so like week 2 of school all the way through, it was like 16 weeks. And so I would write down everything that I had to do that week. So read a chapter, start a chapter online, assignment, and anything like that. And it even includes meetings that I would have with my professor that I had to discuss. I would slowly check them off as the week went on. So that way you can keep up with what you're doing, but also kind of level yourself out. You feel so much more accomplished when you're checking off each of the things that you have to get done for that week. Reducing the amount of stress you have when you have a lot of assignments. One thing to do is definitely, if you ever feel overwhelmed studying for anything, stop. Don't ever push yourself.
You know you have so much you have to do, you don't have time to procrastinate, you have time to put it off. You have to study for this and then go on to the next assignment and read the next chapter.
It doesn't matter. Stop and take a breather. That is the most important thing, because our brains are muscle and they can get overheated and overworked just like any other muscle in the body. You want to take a break. Whenever you start hurting and you can't do any more push-ups, you can't lift any more of those weights, you take a break and then you start up again so that it's not as strenuous. Same thing with your brain. You have to take those breaks. Even if it's just a 10-minute break between to catch your breath, inhale a few times, do some meditation activities. I recommend 20-ish minutes, 10 to 20 depending on how much time you have to get your work done, but definitely just pace yourself. So one thing that you need to do is find something that you enjoy to do, a hobby. Reading, if it's writing poetry, just writing down your thoughts, coloring. I mean, I have literally 3 coloring books that I've started something in each of them. But those are definitely methods that kind of relax the brain, but also kind of keep it stimulated so that you don't just have some dead time. Take a break, get up, stand up, walk around, stretch, do those activities just until you feel that you haven't hit your maximum overload, and then you can then restart the activity after that. The third step I'm going to talk about has to do with staying motivated. Now this kind of relates to not stressing out and everything like that, but stressing out and lacking the motivation are 2 completely different things. They are similar, of course, because if you're stressed, you kind of lose motivation. One leads to the other, but you can also have a lack of motivation without being stressed out. I have a lack of motivation to maybe cook dinner. Like, I mean, it doesn't even have to be school related, but you're not really stressed about cooking dinner because, like, you know you have to eat. Definite tip to help you with that is write down your long-term goals. So write down to start, like, what you're going to do when you graduate. What are you going to do after that? What job do you want? Are you going to go to graduate school, or are you going to go into the workforce? Do you want to go into the military? Write down the long goals with that, and then even after that. And then after you have that, a clear and focused vision that you want, then write down your short-term goals. Write down your goal even shorter than that. So I would say start working your way back from like your long-term, then go to what you want to accomplish this month. If it's the month before finals, for that month, maybe make your goal to study the material for the class, your class notes, study some of them every single day leading up to your final exam. From that, work your way down to a week goal, like what do you want to accomplish by the end of the week. That's kind of what the purpose of the organizational notebook is too. You can write that in there, like I want to accomplish this by the end of the week. Then narrow it down to that day. Like, what do I want to accomplish today? Do I want to go to the gym today? Do I want to only spend so much time on homework? Do I want to go out to eat? Do I need to go to the grocery store today? Just tiny goals, and if you accomplish those are small victories that then make you feel, oh, that really wasn't so bad. Now let me focus on the upcoming week, and then slowly it'll be like, let me work on doing this each day, and my goal for the month will be complete. So this is more trying to keep the vision alive, I guess, as another way to say it. So small goals, break it up, and slowly achieve each of those goals, and so then you're not as overwhelmed, and it makes keeping that motivation up to finish and do everything you have to do a lot more feasible and a lot more achievable. The fourth step is going to be how to try to keep your grades up. Now, everyone has a different goal of what they want their grades to be. I tried to be a straight A student, and I pretty much was. I made a few B's, but I never made lower than a B, like maybe one a semester, one or two, which is the goal that I achieved for. Some people don't mind just passing after they have gone through a course, and they just want to pass, which is totally fine because C's get degrees, but you didn't hear that from me. But to keep your grades up, actually read the syllabus. That sounds so bad because it's so tedious and so annoying, but look at how the professor breaks the grades up. Look at what's the most important grades. Look at what might not matter as much, what you don't have to spend time on. But make sure you always do your assignments. There's always classes that I've had that have online stuff. Those are literally worth barely anything, but if you do them, they're very easy to get an A on, and then those A's can make up for anything that you might lack in a test or something. So even the smallest assignments, even though they don't seem like they're much, if you do them, they will increase your grade. Another tip is always go to class. I know that's really hard. My physio class was at 8 a.m. I skipped twice, but once because I was sick, the other was because of a hurricane, and I just couldn't make it back in time. Even if you get the notes from other people, you miss out on what the professor has said. Sometimes I'll tell a story, give a personal example to help explain a concept, and you don't want to miss that. I would always put that on my notes, like they discussed their mom or their uncle and this happened to them, and then it'll help me remember kind of what the scenario and the concept was. Usually how I got good grades, because sometimes they would give extra credit for showing up, but they'll give you help as well. But another tip to try to keep your grades up, like I said, do all the assignments, go to class. If you need the help, do not be afraid to go to your professor's office. That's what they're there for. They will try to tutor you. They will go to the Student Success Center, go to any study groups that a TA might be holding. Anything, if you are struggling, they will be there to help you, and they are more than happy to help you to try to explain, because most want you to do well. They want you to succeed. They don't want to see you in their class again, most likely. So do not be afraid to go to your professors. My last step is to have fun and enjoy yourself. Every adult, everyone always says that college is supposed to be the time of your life, and it truly can be. Definitely have made friends that will remain my friends for as long as I live, probably. They're just so close because they get what you're going through, especially if you have the same classes with them. and they don't judge you from the beginning because they didn't grow up with you. So embrace any new friendships that may arise. Join a group, an activity, a sorority, fraternity, if that's what you're into. Being in marching band definitely opens you up to a lot of opportunities. So you have commitments for that every week. It kind of keeps you structured. It keeps you, I guess, responsible for your own actions. It keeps you prompt. It keeps you timely. You have to be on time or you get penalized for everything. Most classes, you can show up late and they don't really care. Usually in band, if you don't show up, you get it docked off your grade. So it definitely teaches time management and to be prompt and timely and show up early most of the time. I decided to join a fraternity, which is a professional sorority, if you will, even though it's all girls. But that's where I definitely met people who are there for you because it is a sisterhood. So they are like your other sisters. So you can join stuff like that. Join organizations such as a club for your major, like for me, psych club. Anything that is your interest, there's probably a club for it. And it expands your knowledge, it expands your experience, and you are much more open to, anything really. Overall, the main reason there is to get your degree, but don't sit at home and sit in the library every single day, every single hour. The weekends, go out, have fun. It really should be the best years of your life. Don't go crazy, but don't stay inside and study all the time. There's one thing that I definitely regret from undergrad is not going to as many events. I had events I was required to go to, loved to go to, but there's a few social opportunities that I could have went to, and I decided to just stay home instead with work and school and having to attend lots of mandatory things. I was still involved a lot in school, but I definitely recommend finding something to do, a best way to make friends, something you enjoy, like I said, and it will definitely be an experience that you will never forget and you will enjoy with every fiber of your being. So now that I've given you 5 tips on how to basically just be a better you and do well to succeed in school, I hope that you stand out and make college the best that it can be because it is a life-changing experience. I hope to see all of you succeed, and I really hope that using these tips help you to do that. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to Charleston's channel. I'm just here temporarily, but I do show up from time to time, so I'll be seeing y'all again.